Welcome to Grapple FK, everyone. We are covering Arnold Allen against Sodiq Yussuf at featherweight, which is it the co-main event, Andrew, on the upcoming
Yeah, I
card?
guess so. Yeah, I think so.
Which is the co-main event. So these guys are both very well-rounded fighters in the featherweight division. Number 10, number 11. So, you know, this is, I'm assuming this is for a top 7, top 8 fight next, possibly. But just to quickly get into it, Arnold Allen, very experienced. 16-1-0, Sodiq Yussuf 11-1-0. They're both undefeated in the UFC. Sodiq has been KO'd before. I think his only loss came via KO, whereas Allen's has only came by, I think, the guy beat him by unanimous decision. So both are on the same height. I mean, both pretty much the same size, really. I think the one difference that I've seen between them is I think Sadiq's probably got more one punch power.
Yeah.
And Arnold Allen is probably more well-rounded overall.
I'm going to jump in there, Waleed.
Go for it.
How's the back, by the way?
The back is, I'll be okay by the next episode.
Okay, good. I was just a bit worried about your back.
It's not. Yeah, the back's it's getting there.
Okay, good. So you said Arnold Allen is. You said they're both quite well-rounded, or Arnold Allen is more well-rounded.
I think they're both quite well-rounded. I think Arnold Allen is more well-rounded than Sodiq Yussuf.
They're both strikers, in my view.
Yeah.
Arnold Allen, we've seen him on the ground against Mads Burnell. He was taken down, 6 times by Mads Burnell. And he got thrown around. He was manhandled. But somehow...
Is that guy like an NCAA wrestler or something? Because if he is, then...
No, he's from Denmark. He's from Denmark.
Oh, he's from Denmark. Oh.
And they're probably as bad at wrestling as we are.
No, they've actually got a silver medalist in the UFC. His name's Madsen. Yeah.
Oh, Mark Madsen.
Yeah, I believe he's from Denmark. He got a silver medal in the Olympics. I'm not saying they have an amazing wrestling program, but
they've got something, right?
They've got something going on there, yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
So we saw Arnold Allen get bum raped by Mads Burnell. Now, to be fair, Mads Burnell looks really sick. I think he's a sick fighter, and I'm wondering why the hell he left the UFC, because he looked amazing against Arnold Allen. Anyway, that's a different story. Arnold Allen.
Sorry.
Drugs. It's always the drugs, Waleed.
Maybe.
Could be.
Everyone's on drugs.
Yeah. So Arnold Allen, he was struggling. He was on the bottom. In some cases, yes, he managed to get up. It took an awful lot of effort. And to be fair to Arnold Allen, yes, he got the submission, the guillotine. Pulled it out of thin air. Fair play to a legitimate submission. But that notwithstanding, he was losing that fight up until very late in the third round. So to me, his ground game is not very good at all. But then I don't think that matters at all in this particular fight, because Sodiq Yussuf doesn't have much of a ground game either. It was in that fight against Shaman Moraes. Yussuf had, knocked Shaman Moraes down, was on top of him in mount. Hard. He does, yeah. Yeah, you just kind of... he's just rudely interrupted me there. So Sodiq was in mounts doing ground and pound, and then Shaman Moraes just turned his back, got on all fours, then just stood up. Like he gave his back to Sodiq Yussuf, and Sodiq Yussuf just did nothing, just let him get back up.
Well, I mean, I think Allen's got better BJJ than Yussuf.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, to be fair to Allen,
he's got a few subs on his record, UFC and outside of the UFC. I'm not sure if Sodiq Yussuf has got any subs on his record. I doubt it. Nothing in the UFC. Allen's got 2 subs in the UFC.
Yeah, so one thing I like about Allen is that when he's on the bottom, he's
Yeah,
constantly hip escaping, trying to create space and get the fuck out of there. And that's a given in MMA grappling, but not everybody does it. So
yeah,
at least he's doing that. At least, it's not like Kevin
yeah.
Holland where he just clamps his legs around the guy and holds him there, locking into a terrible position.
Because you're always gonna come up against someone who can take you down. What I find interesting about Allen is he managed to take down Amir Khani 3 times, and Amir Khani's quite an accomplished wrestler.
Is he though, Amir Khani?
Yeah, he had like 500 amateur wrestling belts.
Really?
Yeah,
Where?
around Europe. So not the level that Americans and so on are on, but he also took down another dude 4 times who I haven't heard of. He took someone else down once. So he does go down. He does have a decent takedown average. His takedown defense is quite high as well, 76%.
Yeah, but I mean,
So
Mads.
for a Brit, that's quite good.
Well, I mean, now that you've mentioned the 300 or 400 amateur wrestling bouts, I mean, for a Brit, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's yeah. But he was taken down at will by Mads Burnell. Like he had nothing to stop those takedowns.
Yeah, that's weird. Maybe Mads Burnell is. Maybe we should Google it and see if he's Danish mixed martial artist. He was a European Championship, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, European Nogi champion.
There you
Okay,
go.
so he's a. Okay, all right.
Makes sense.
That kind of makes sense now. Yeah, so yeah, he's the European Nogi champion in 2014. So what? This guy just fucked off the Cage Warriors after 1 loss. Oh.
2 losses. His 1 and 2 in the UFC.
Oh, okay, and then he just went back to Cage Warriors where he's on like a 4-fight win streak or 5.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Back to Sodiq Yussuf. I mean, Andre Fili took him down 3 times, but he fucked him up over the fight. He landed a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, what I. Yeah, so Sodiq Yussuf, he's a striker. He's quite good. He doesn't move his head. He's not, he doesn't do feints. There's no footwork. He's quite flat-footed. He just comes forward and he hits quite hard.
Yeah.
Because it's not sophisticated, but it kind of works.
He throws a lot of volume.
Yes. And you can see he also absorbs a lot, for...
Yeah, he absorbs a lot as well. Yeah, you're right.
And that's testament to the fact that, he's not the slickest technical boxer.
Yeah.
If we look at Arnold Allen, I think Arnold Allen is the better technical boxer. He tends to fight on the outside. He comes in with a nice long stiff jab. He's good on the back foot. My only criticism of Arnold Allen is that he tends to throw single shots.
Yeah, that's reflected in his volume stats.
Yeah. So one thing he does really nicely is he'll take a couple of steps back, let the guy come to him, and do the uppercut as the guy's coming forward. That's great, but why not throw another 2-3 shots after that?
Yeah, because he is quite elusive in the southpaw stance, the way he comes in and so on. As you said, if he just added to his combos or just added to the single shots or the 1-2, he could be very good. I mean, we should mention they're both very young, so they've still got a long time to develop.
Yeah. Maybe both of these guys could make significant improvements from one fight to the next.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, Arnold Allen, he fights nicely from the outside. He moves nicely. He is evasive. And there are moments when if his opponent isn't pushing the pace, he'll then push the pace and he'll capitalize. He will attack, and he will throw big combinations, big shots. My only concern
Yeah,
about Arnold Allen is that for example, in against Gilbert Melendez, he looked amazing, but then Gilbert Melendez didn't do anything.
yeah, he's old as fuck, isn't he?
Yes,
Yeah,
and in that Nick Lentz fight, Nick Lentz was like 42 fights deep at that point.
yeah.
The caliber of competition there is not amazing. But then you can
Um,
say the same about Sodiq Yussuf, to be honest.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. Who's he really fought? I mean, Andre Feely's probably the best person he's fought.
Andre Feely's decent.
Yeah,
He's a
that's the
decent
best person
fighter.
he's fought. The best person that Allen's fought's probably Amir Khani. Now, I mean, talking about um, current status, because Lentz and Melendez used to be decent, but now they're just old.
Can you
So
click
Amir
on Melendez to see how old he is?
uh, 1982, and he's on like a 5 or 6 loss streak.
So he's what, 39?
Yeah,
38, 39?
that's very old. Nick Lentz is, yeah, so
37.
37, 38, and also on a 3-fight skid. So I think Amir Khan is probably the best person he's fought. Amir Khan is kind of, he fought Barbosa recently, got fucked up, but he's stuck in there. He's won a few. He's won 3 out of his last 5. So he's probably the best person that Allen's beaten. And Sodiq Yussuf is definitely Andre Feely, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think we're
very
both agreed.
experienced.
I think we both agree this fight will stay on the feet.
Yeah, I think so.
What I can't figure out is how they interact, because typically Arnold Allen allows himself to be pushed back, and he's happy to fight on the back foot, which he does pretty well.
Yeah,
And Sadiq Youssef is typically the guy that comes forward.
yeah, agreed.
So let's assume that happens. Let's assume Sadiq Youssef comes forward, pushes the pace. Arnold Allen is fighting from the outside, coming in with the jab, the occasional combination, whatever. Arnold Allen is not going to knock out Sadiq Youssef. Sadiq Youssef
No.
Sadiq Youssef might knock out Arnold Allen, maybe.
Yeah, Sodiq Yussuf hits hard. Yeah.
But if that doesn't happen, it's going to come down to strikes landed.
And I think Allen will win that all day long, in my opinion.
You think he'll pick him apart from the outside?
Yeah, I think he'll pick him apart from the outside. I also think he can take him down.
Yeah, probably.
I wouldn't be surprised if he mixed it in with a takedown.
Devil's avocado. Sadiq Youssef has actually got pretty decent takedown defense.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
I think just because he's so strong, and even when he's been taken down, he just pops straight back up again, seemingly just through pure strength.
Yeah, I think it's pure strength as well. You're right. Yeah, his takedown defense 72%, but Andre Feely took him down 3 times.
Yeah, he got back up though. That's the thing.
Yeah, he got back up. Yeah, good point. But I don't know. I feel like Allen's the better overall MMA fighter in this, between these two. The only criticism I have is the same as you, is that he doesn't really throw enough volume. But then, like, that stat kind of worries me, the amount that Sadiq throws. Landed per minute 6.1. That's very high.
But he's taking 4.06
exactly, he's
to
taking
landed.
4.06. Yeah. But he hits hard, right? That's the thing.
Yes.
I don't know. I think Allen can pick him apart from the outside and give him a tough night. This is 3 rounds, right? Yeah, it's 3 rounds. Yeah.
If Sadiq Youssef had, I think they both got really good cardio on the feet. That is. If Sadiq Youssef maybe slowed down ever so slightly in the 3rd round, I'd probably say I might be reasonably confident that Arnold Allen would win, but I don't think Sodiq Yussuf does slow down.
No, he doesn't.
So this is a really tricky one. It's a really
It's
tricky
very
one.
tricky. Yeah, I mean, it's really, really tricky. This one. They're both very good, um, and they both also have holes in their game that make you question your decision. This is almost 50-50 for me, but I'm giving the slight edge to Allen in this fight. Just a slight edge.
So am I.
Yeah.
Like 55-45.
Same here. Obviously, we both want to see Allen win, but Sodiq Yussuf's very, very dangerous.
He is, yeah. Arnold Allen is the better fighter. He's
He is, yeah.
technically better, and dare I say it, despite Sodiq Yussuf being, genetically gifted.
The new Nigerian on the block.
Yes, we know from Kamaru Usman, Israel Adesanya that Nigerians do have certain physical qualities.
Yeah.
I think Arnold Allen is more athletic. He moves better.
Yeah, Arnold Allen's very athletic. Yeah. Yeah, he's a very good fighter. Arnold Allen's like the kind of guy that if he was raised in the States, he'd probably be like a wrestling champion or something as well, if he learned it from young.
If he learned it from young, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
So I think Arnold Allen is the slightly better fighter. So the question is, who do you think the favourite is, Walid?
It's a tough one. I think maybe Sodiq Yussuf's a slight favourite because no one really knows Arnold Allen that well.
What odds would you give for Sodiq Yussuf?
Minus 150 maybe.
Walid, you're a fucking genius. You're a fucking genius.
Did you call me a comedian? Or...
No, I called you a fucking genius.
Called me a genius.
I called you a genius, yeah. Walid, because you got it right.
Yeah.
Minus 150.
Yeah, no, I'll probably be betting on Allen then.
Yes. So the odds for Allen are plus 120.
Plus 120, yeah. So what are you thinking, Allen risky come?
No.
Or is it too risky?
Too risky.
Individual bet.
Bet, yeah. And I think that's a good bet.
Yeah, it is. What is it for Allen to win via decision? Oh, actually, what is it for Allen to win via submission? That'd be an interesting bet, although it's very unlikely to happen.
Arnold Allen via points, plus 250.
Okay, yeah.
Arnold Allen by submission, here we go, plus 1200.
Oh, here we go. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Might put £2 down on that.
Yeah. And Sodiq Yussuf by TKO plus 333.
Yeah, it's not really that enticing. Kind of.
No, it's not. I'm thinking for a hedge. It's not. But Sodiq Yussuf can also win via decision. And this is the thing. Therein lies the problem. Who's going to land more? I just don't know. Sodiq Yussuf can do it.
I mean, he's thrown a lot of volume in other fights, so. So has Allen, but that's mainly in the Melendez fight where he did nothing.
Yeah, so against Melendez, Yeah, Melendez didn't move. It's like hitting a punch bag.
How's Melendez not been cut yet? Well, he must have been cut, right? He's lost 5 in a row now.
Yeah, it might have been.
Christ, he's fucking experienced. That was back in the day when he was good.
Beat George Masvidal.
Jorge.
Jorge.
He beat Josh Thompson as well. Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm giving it to Allen 55-45.
Same.
Yeah, it's a very difficult one. For the folks watching at home, this isn't going in any of the parlays. We're thinking about an individual bet. It's too close to call. They're both very good fighters, and the winner of this is probably going to get, I don't know, top 8, top 7 opponent next. But I think that the gap is in 145, like in many other. In 145 specifically, I think the gap between the top 4, 5 and the rest of the top 15 is quite stark.
Let me check the rankings. Let me check the rankings quickly.
As in, I can't think of someone who's 9 or 10 or 11 who can go in and beat Volkanovski or Holloway or someone. Whereas in 155, I think Islam can beat some of the top 5, for instance. I think the gap in 145 is, the gap's huge.
Yeah, so at 9, we've got Jeremy Stephens, 10, Arnold Allen, 11, Sodiq Yussuf. So yeah, you're right. Whoever wins this will get, I don't know, a 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. And who's 6?
Cater.
Cater. I mean, even Cater's like a beast. Who's 5?
Chan Sung Jung. Korean Zombie.
Yeah, Korean Zombie. Yeah, I mean, he's not looking as good as he used to. And 4 is
Yair Rodriguez.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah, and 3 is Zabit.
Yeah, see, like once you get to 4 to champion, that's a tough fight for those guys. I don't see.
Yeah, it's a big step up.
It's a very big step up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Cater's a very big step up.
It is. Yeah, the thing is with Cater, man, he does some things very well. He's got an excellent jab.
Yeah. But then he just got fucked up by Holloway.
Yeah, Cater's just slightly one-dimensional. Yeah, he's too one-dimensional.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Yeah, I still remember in one of his fights, he basically won a fight just by, I think, feinting the right hand and then popping the jab, which is really nice. You know, and it shows you
he's a good fighter.
Yeah, and it shows that he can win fights with just a jab. Which shows you how important the jab is. But yeah, you need more than that. I mean,
yeah, definitely in that division. Yeah. Wait, so who's number 2 then? Volkanovski's champion. Number 1 is Holloway, right?
Yeah, Ortega is 2.
Oh, Ortega. Fuck, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I completely forgot about Ortega. Who's he fighting soon? He's fighting for the belt, right?
He was meant to fight Volkanovski, but it got cancelled.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, fair enough. Okay. Well, getting back to this fight, I've got, again, Allen, 55-45. Wish him the best of luck. Hope he does it. It'll be good to see a Brit around the top 5 mark, because I don't think we have someone in the top 5 at the moment, do we?
Leon Edwards. You always forget about Leon Edwards, Walid.
I always forget about Leon Edwards because he's got no personality. But yeah, we've got Leon Edwards. He's going to fuck Diaz up, so that'll be good.
That's a weird one.
He's going to fucking ruin Diaz. That's a bad fight for Diaz.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot of money, another win on his record. It doesn't take him any closer to the title shot.
No, but
So,
it gives him a big name though, you know, because Diaz has a lot of followers. So it puts him, you know, it puts him up there.
it does. It does. Yeah.
But yeah, he will ruin Diaz. He looked very good in that first round.
Against Bilal Muhammad.
Yeah, he looked very sharp. Like
Yeah,
if
he
he's
did.
like that against Diaz, I can't see what Diaz can do against him.
But yeah, Diaz is done. He's done.
Diaz is done, yeah.
Yeah.
And Leon Edwards is an extremely good fighter.
He is, yeah.
But yeah, so Leon is our only top 5 guy, right? Till's 6, I think.
Yeah, there's no one else. Jake Aspinall could be top 5 relatively soon in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, heavyweight shit.
Um,
He could be.
We've got Jack Shaw, but he's got some way to go, I think.
Yeah.
There's someone else. There's someone else in the middleweight division or welterweight. He's actually a wrestler. I think. I can never remember his name. There's somebody.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, anyway, can't remember.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's it. So any other fights you want to talk about, Andrew?
No, I'm looking forward to covering Mike Perry versus Daniel Rodriguez.
My boy Mike Perry.
That's an
Mike
interesting
Perry.
fight.
Yeah.
People are picking up D-Rod as the big favorite. Not sure it's going to be that easy, to be honest. Even though I do like D-Rod's.
Mike Perry's a freak. Mike Perry's a freak. He's got a lot of power.
He's got what power?
He's got a lot of power, Mike Perry.
Okay, yeah.
He's naturally gifted.
He's also Nigerian.
He has a low IQ. Sorry?
He's also Nigerian.
So... He's also Nigerian. Not a lot of people know that. That's the real Nigerian nightmare, Mike Perry.
Yeah.
He could be the 4th African champion.
Could be.
But then that would mean he'd have to take the belt off Usman, so it'd still be 3 African champions.
That's true.
Yeah.
Good maths. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll cover that. I think that's it for this one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. In the next video, I will be sitting up and we will be covering probably Mike Perry, or possibly the really good Polish guy, Mateusz Gamrot. I think that's an interesting fight.
He's another good one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting fight on this card.
He's in a tricky spot because he's technically excellent.
Yeah, he's very good.
But he's got pillow hands.
Kobe Covington. So yeah. he needs to make a personality for himself. But he can't. I mean, you know, how good is his English and so on.
Exactly.
That's the problem, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you can't be having pillow hands. It's not good.
Yeah. Well, I hope your back gets better, Waleed.
Sorry?
I hope your back gets better.
My back will get better soon. Isn't there a Dagestani on this card? Have I got that wrong?
Not sure.
Pretty sure there's a Dagestani on this card. No, there's not. All right, fuck it. Yeah, thank you for that, Andrew. Thank you for the well wishes.
I'm concerned about your well-being.
Yeah, my back will be fine very soon.
Good.
And thanks for everybody for watching. Please like, please subscribe, leave any comments. And if there's anything we've missed, yeah, just leave a comment and we'll get back to you. Thank you again. Take care. Bye.